thankful for this thankful Thursday morning, brother?
What am I thankful for this thankful Thursday? I am thankful for this movement. I am thankful for this team. I am thankful for the formula. And I'm thankful for mom and dad. Dad just got the second COVID vaccine. He's been home a couple extra days. So, he's recuperating, feeling well, and just grateful to have him in my life for sure.
That is awesome. I love it. Adam Gugino, what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for the ability to go on this upcoming work-related excursion. And I'm also thankful for the formula. And what I'm really present to today, Sean, I think you'll like this. I'm present to modeling and or maybe a little copying all over the place, whether it's language or role playing.
I love you to no end. Speak into it. Just like speak into it. So like no innuendo, like what are you seeing? Like
I'm seeing ecosystem language, terminology. I'm seeing pitch offs. I'm seeing role plays. I'm seeing feedback all over the place. I'm not seeing unblinded source, which is okay. We're doing our thing, and
actually, it's not okay.
It's actually humbling.
It's not even close to okay. So let's lean in. Every time I say something that was sourced, I mention Jay Abraham's name all the time.
Yes.
I mentioned How to Make a Fortune from Public Speaking all the time. I mention Tony Robbins all the time. I cite source all the time. It is unethical, unintegrous, and fucking bullshit not to mention source, and you're a thief if you don't. Straight up. So that's my version of saying it, so we can like advance, forgive the F-bomb, but you're a thief and a liar and a cheat if you do not mention source when you steal content. And if you steal concepts, like honor it, you could say you innovated on it, right? Like I acknowledge all the time that I learned about self-mastery from Tony Robbins, that source, and I've innovated. And the things that I got directly from there, I talk about. But I went on to read a whole bunch of books in NLP. I understood self-mastery before I met the work of Tony Robbins through my high school athletic coaches, and we ran out to Born to Be Wild to get what I would later learn in Tony language would be to be in state, or to be at a high level of self-mastery, ready to go, physiology engaged. I was leading teams and leading huddles. Literally, we have a huddle. I was leading the huddle. Tom Filatico, my brother, my partner, who will put a video up on our new beautiful Calgary Law, Unblinded, and Calgary Enterprises space in Paramus, New Jersey headquarters, which we'll show in a beautiful video later today. Tom Filatico, who was an amazing leader, is an amazing leader. Tom would say, hey, like, get him going. And I would, in the huddle, I would get everybody going. I would lean in. I would, look people in the face. I'd grab people by the face mask, not badly, like, look, like we're here. You're okay. Like, we got this, right? Like leaning in, that people would pick me up and do those things. And so like source, the honoring of source. So when people are running around at a massive real estate meeting, I'll go straight up, Keller Williams, and the CEO is saying 41 times or 40 times the word ecosystem value, and they're all of a sudden going to have script offs. It would be cool to say, hey, we were inspired by. We say all of these things continuously, and if that guy's going to say he wasn't inspired by this, I will debate him on anything he wants. And you go, why do you always go to like debating, competing? Because we're creating an integrous, aligned world. We're creating an integrously aligned world. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people could say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I did screw up. I'm sorry about that. We're not asking people to be perfect, but we are confronting when those things happen. And I advise you to do the same. I advise you to do the same, right? And if you feel that there's somewhere that you weren't acknowledged as source or something for something that has happened here, yeah, please let us know. Because we want to honor that. We'll make mistakes too, but we sure as heck don't put content out and go, oh yeah, this is our content. I say all the time that the competitive edge seminar of Tony Robbins is what first demonstrated to me that influence is a superpower. But before I ever learned that, I was a national moot court champion, right? That was understanding how to create unique distinctions and influence 4 years before I ever went to that seminar, right? So that helped me, it galvanized me. And then I went on to read all kinds of things and realized how much of Tony's work and influence came out of NLP. Then I began to realize the limitations of NLP. And then I went on to read books like Spin Selling and all the other things, and Zig Ziglar, 100 Ways to Close. And I'm like, closing? Like Zig Ziglar is such an integrous, heart-centered, beautiful man. But when he speaks about selling, it really sounds manipulative. Like it just sounds that way. He's a beautiful man. He says a lot of nice words, but then when he gets into the closings, and then I found Grant Cardone's work, I was like, oh my God, like this is freaking crazy. Right. So, but like the honoring of source is absolutely critical. And Adam Gugino, you're not confused that all over the place, we're seeing these things at this point. And even if people are like, yeah, but a lot of people have done role plays all the time. I get that. And I'm not saying we invented role playing by any stretch of the imagination, but we did end up having it be an event and competition, and Keller Williams now having bracketed script offs. Do you think that might have grown out of the fact that a bunch of their people were in the influence challenges and a bunch of their people on the real raws, including somebody at a very high level in the company? Like, it's not a terrible thing. Just say, hey, we want to thank Unblinded and for inspiring us to do this. It's brilliant. It's a great job. Thanks, guys. That's all. That's all it takes.
Here's a beautiful anchor on that. Here's the reality. And I've learned, for anyone who's on the Thursday night call, and like we talked about the poking fun of Fernando when I didn't honor source, here's the reality. When you honor source, it actually rises your identity. And for some reason that's counterintuitive. It doesn't feel that way naturally. I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. Honoring source rises your identity.
Yeah. And listen, I heard Allison Armstrong laugh about it. Her words, I don't know if it's true, but obviously it bothered her. I heard her on a program about a month ago say, yeah, Tony Robbins uses a lot of my content and doesn't acknowledge my name a lot. And she was up, she wouldn't have said it unless it mattered to her. And I'm not knocking Tony. I don't know if it's true or not. But the point is, when you don't acknowledge source, it really upsets people. And so it makes me want to be all kinds of fired up. And Keller Williams has a coaching company. It makes me want to whoop their ass. And thank you. It's a gift. Like, I'm not looking at this as like poor us. Like, thank you for the fuel, as if I need more, as if we need more. Keep it coming. You want to galvanize and fire people up. Don't acknowledge them. Like, don't acknowledge them. You want to galvanize and light people up. Tell them you're like friends, your partners, you love them, and then keep things from them. And have like other secret relationships that are competitive, which, by the way, I found out about a couple of those last night, which was interesting, which I'll be addressing soon. And so, like, yeah, like that's what it is. You go, oh, that sounds like ominously threatening. No, it's confronting. There's a big difference. Like, Zeus energy confronting means in a heart-centered, empathetic way, without the judgment of people. Like, I'm not judging people who don't honor source. I'm assessing the behavior as suboptimal. I get that everything everybody does is an active love or cry for help. And I get that sometimes people get really busy. But you don't say ecosystem 40 times, and you don't have a script off, right, with brackets. Like, that didn't just come out of the woodwork and come out of nowhere with all the interactions we've had with people from Keller Williams, including, again, high-level people on their coaching side, be on the real raw. And that is why, in a lot of ways, I don't even want people that are coaches and internet marketers, no disrespect to me as a coach or internet marketer, on the real raw anymore. Because there's so much theft of content. My heart breaks for Tony Robbins for all the years, and he talks about it. There's so much theft of content, theft of idea. And you go, well, Tony stole stuff from NLP, Tony, whatever. And he acknowledges source at NLP. He acknowledges those people. It's completely fine if you want to go take something, create massive innovation on it so it's legally appropriate to do. That's cool. But like, honor source and make sure it's legal. That's all. AG, final.
Yeah, no, final. And source, reminded by Erica, reached out to me, Erica Rose Siegel, let me know, all that was happening. So I'd be remiss not to.
Oh my God, Erica, just straight up rock star. And you know what? Actually, and Erica, because I want to honor that. And I mean, here's the context if Erica's here. And Erica, because we're working on Erica's leadership and her speaking. Erica, we don't want any of the drama. We don't want any of the feelings. Thank you for whatever the feelings are. Just factually, if you could say, like, confirm, like, yes, there was X number of references too. So Erica.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah. And so, yeah, there was close to 40. And the context was related to a merger that is happening between Zillow and real estate brokers. And they kept relating this word. And what was so interesting is the not clear agreements. So I was hearing this and I'm like, oh my gosh, a lot of people think we have a relationship, we have a contract, but there's not like okay, it looks like you're going to earn 6% when you sell this home. And if, you don't earn this, and if you bring the buyer, it's not clear. So what was happening is that's why a lot of us are mad about this whole merger with Zillow and the brokers, and using the word ecosystem merger. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is what we're doing. And I kept thinking, Sean, this is the greatest gift as a realtor, to have the opportunity to be with Keller and to be with Unblinded, because it's a recipe for success. Their language is your language. And they aren't aware maybe of what you're talking about, honoring source. And I'm sitting here going, this conversation can't be happening without honoring source right now. I best be getting that damn microphone. Like, honestly, I'm sitting there laughing. And then I'm saying, of course, here we are. And thank you, Sean, because I'm learning that when you give that gift over to someone else and saying, thank you, I acknowledge you, I appreciate you, and here's what it looks like for us to work together, like being clear, then being clear is being kind.
Yes, love it. Erica, you are honored as source for that information. You are honored as source for being somebody who is so beautifully, and thank you for trumpeting what's happening at Unblinded, and also constantly wanting to optimize things here with a great amount of passion and zeal. So thank you for those things, and thank you for your rising and your mastery in different areas. So appreciate you. Have an awesome day.
You are very welcome. And actually the bracket thing, Sean, I don't know if you want to have a little more insight on what it looked like. I'm happy to.
I would love to, but and this is a great cut point. I would absolutely love to know a little bit more, but maybe offline. You're right. Like we could, because Erica, this is a teaching point for you and everybody else.
Yeah.
Once we've hit the point that's valuable for everybody to like take away, because this is a beautiful story to share. It's a real story. There's real emotion in it. And it helps people see it from when people don't honor them as source. It helps people make sure that they're honoring other people as source. So we hit the relevance for everybody. More detail now gets into like too specifically something that involves something maybe for you and Unblinded to discuss, right? So
perfect.
So we're good, and then we'll take it from there. So thank you, Erica.
And thank you for allowing me to share and for allowing me to be in this movement with you. We're better together.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Erica. Right. All right. Awesome.
And so, Sean, to just shift the energy, I am also grateful that Fernando is coming on this trip with us, because obviously you didn't see, but his hair was on camera.
Fernando, can you get on camera? And I'm going to try to figure this out peripherally a little bit.
It looks phenomenal.
Yeah. So let me talk so it pops up on your screen.
Oh my God. I can see the outline of a head. I can see that there is not a whole bunch of black stuff flying off the lighter colored stuff somewhere in a way that used to, wait, something just happened, somebody moved. Did that change? Is that who's on there?
Adam was on screen.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So that is amazing. So I know that you look handsome. I know there's a lot less hair, that I can tell.
Great.
And then the words of Rob Gill, when you style up, you watch the money pile up.
Amen.
But yeah, I think it's when you change the style up, you watch the money pile up. So Bella,
something like that.
Yes. So Bella, Fernando, by the way, how does it feel for you?
It feels good. It was an interesting experience, and I'll save that funny story for a different day. But let's just say it was a process. My girlfriend was involved. There was like moments of panic, and I am excited to be back. And I feel like a different person. Go ahead.
You feel a lot of cortisol? Was there like sort of anxiety rising when this was happening?
Straight up, the answer is yes after, and like over the last couple days, and after yesterday and everything that happened, it's like all serendipitous. We had, the greatest day in sales yesterday. That happened. And here's the secret, ready? We all got COVID tested on the same day. So I think we need to start implementing daily COVID tests at Unblinded, because they just happen to have like our largest sales day ever. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I am not confused that your cutting your hair is going to lead to a lot more agreement formation for 11 different reasons that may sound ridiculous, but I actually believe that, and I don't even mean on a metaphysical level, and I don't even mean because of people looking at your hair. Like there's a whole bunch of things I think are involved. that one day we will unpack for like an hour. And that is extraordinary. I am super proud of you. And we are ready to rock and roll.
Amen. Let's get after it.
Awesome. So, Bella, you had a quick share as we're going to go time check. We're going to hit the clubhouse. What time is it? Quick time check, guys.
It is
8:50.
8:50.
Okay, so we're going to 5 minutes. We're going to bounce and head on over because we're going to start clubhouse at 9 a.m. So, Bella, can you give a quick version, because you were on the 7 a.m. call today, just of what's possible for people to create? What's possible for people to create in their moving from an ecosystem merger to a speaking engagement to sales meeting to sale, and counting the calls and the follow-ups and the numbers inside of those processes. Like, what were you present to as you heard the Unblinded team unfolding, like the innovations that have occurred just in the last 30 days, 7 days, and are happening daily?
Yeah, well, I would say, like, during that whole meeting, I was texting Brandy and I was like, all we need to do is do this. Like, let's just duplicate this. Let's just do this. That's all we got to do is just duplicate everything. Like, everything that Unblinded is doing, like, all we've got to do is duplicate it. And I think, what was present is first off of all the experiences people get to go through, experiencing Unblinded, and then the amount of love and commitment that goes into all the follow-up process. And that's really truly where the relationship is built and agreements are formed, is in that follow-up process. And every single number, I know, since we've been tracking our numbers again, like, our results have gone up significantly. And I think it's so important, and the amount of numbers that you guys track are incredibly mind-blowing. And, that's also what continues to up-level the results. That and Fernando's hair.
Yes, I agree. So thank you for that, Bella. Adam, Fernando, I want to acknowledge the both of you. Like, a part of process mastery, we have dubbed the flow. And Adam and Fernando coined the phrase the flow. And the flow is that entire process mastery piece that they innovate on with the team every single day. And this is why it's fun. When you look at an organization, whether it be, the New York Yankees, a startup company, Unblinded, your business, it's easy to sit on the outside and go, oh, I could see all these things to optimize. It's easy to identify challenges. It's very different to execute solving those challenges. Those are two wildly different things, right? And the micro distinctions that go on a daily basis in that innovation is exactly why Adam Gugino built a $750 million company. It is mind-boggling to experience that. To have seen Chaz step into his heart-centered strength, confidence, and certainty, mind-numbing what Chaz is stepping into. Still all kinds of optimizations for all of us. Fernando, to go from influencer in front of the camera on the microphone to relentlessly on these calls, to innovate from strategy call to agreement follow. Like, the names and the distinctions of all these different calls are mind-boggling. To have Kayla on that talks about all of these things and, like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. And she's worked with some of the biggest names in the space of influence. Mind-boggling. Why do I share it? Why should you care? Because we want to give it to you, and we do give it to you. We teach it every day. And so my point is, I had this conversation with somebody I love and care about in the program a bunch. And what I said to this outstanding human was, listen, there's a whole bunch of people that are wonderful people, caring people that circulate around the movement, like, oh, I can help you with this thing. All you need is this. All you need to do is come on, like, a plant medicine retreat and, like, smoke ayahuasca. Joke, Bella, I know you don't smoke ayahuasca. So
That shit works too. Actually, you can smoke ayahuasca, but that's a different story for a different day.
yes, thank you for that clarification. Or all you need to do is to love yourself more. Or all you need to do is to have a better script. Like, You may need those things. Maybe you need a plant medicine journey. I don't know, right? I'm not going to say you don't. I'm not going to say you do. But here's what I know. Each of those plant medicine journey equals subset of self-mastery. Now, where it is in the scale of it, I don't know. But it goes in the bucket of self-mastery. Your script writing goes in the bucket of influence mastery. Your loving yourself more goes in the bucket of self-mastery. You need the formula, period. You can contextualize and optimize certain things, but where it goes wrong is when somebody goes, no, I have the thing that'll tie it all together. I promise they don't. They may have something to optimize a piece, but they're ridiculous if they say their piece is the piece that changes it, no matter what anybody around here is selling. And so as you think about what you're investing into, and this is in my heart, in integrity from my heart to yours, if you do not master this formula, if that is not the primary dynamic, is mastering this content, running your real raws, going influence challenges, making ECD time, which is the topic of today's huddle, we'll pick it up tomorrow with this, making ECD time a fun game that drives dopamine for you to actualize the 7 levers, you will be in pain and be very frustrated, and you will mistake oh, I got this thing, I'm going to do this plant medicine journey. I'm using that as an example. This is going to be the thing. Like, I've had friends of mine that are like platinum partnership trips, lion trips, that are like plant medicine just ties it all together. I'm like, you don't have it tied all together. What the hell are you talking about? You want to create all this stuff, and you like the plant medicine journey did it, and it's like your third one, and that's what ties it all together. You're still broke. You're still not scaling your business, and you're still really frustrated. So how the F are you telling me that that's tied it all together? What are you talking about, right? So the point is, you may go, well, I'm not all the way there yet, and I'm in this program. Yes, because your mastery isn't where it needs to be yet. And we need to have more fun in doing it. Fun, excitement, competitive energy. We need to focus and lock in and accelerate on the content, not get distracted into something else. Final. Dopamine, love, oxytocin, connection here is beautiful, as long as it doesn't cause deletion, dilution, distortion. Rob Gill is going to be on Clubhouse today talking about what happened for him this week, in terms of new breakthroughs, because his commitment has risen to mastery of the formula. And at some point, it was like, yeah, I got this. I got my ecosystem merger. I'm rocking. Things are happening. I know what I'm doing now, right? And the answer was, yes, you've reached a new base camp, but it's only through this prism that all things rise. And that's not me saying it. Look at Constant Contacts. They were built by creating 1,000 partnerships. That's what the guy Alec said about Constant Contact. $1.2 billion company, Amazon, Facebook, all the things. This is what it looks like. They're living in the formula. Ecosystem mergers, speaking engagements, sales meetings, sales, bang. That's all. Having some fun. AG on this thankful Thursday, and I am really thankful, brother, that we are going to jump on an airplane. We're going to work our tails off. We're going to bring back ecosystem acceleration for everybody. And by the way, on that trip, we're going to have some very direct confronts about finalizing agreements or not. Like, heck yes, heck no, what's happening? Because I ain't in the space of trifling. And I'm not in the space of loose, unspecified agreement. I am not collaborating. I'm ecosystem merging with clarity or peace out. So AG, final.
The impossible is going to take one step closer to the inevitable on this trip.
One more time, AG. I love that. And you drop the mic and take us home and whatever song you want going out. What do you got? Say it.
The impossible is taking one step closer to the inevitable on this trip. And I'd like Superman. I don't know the name of the group, but you could find it.
Superman by Eminem. I don't know.
No. Superman. I don't know the name of it. Chaz, you got it.
We got Superman by somebody we don't know. Anybody in the chat want to hit us with what song? Who sings this? It's a rock song, right, Adam?
Yes. Rock song.
I think it's 3 Doors Down, Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 3 Doors Down. Oh, Kryptonite. No, Kryptonite.
Kryptonite, yes. Awesome.
tonight.
I love it. Let's
Good
do it,
tonight.
AG. Fernando, AG. Awesome job, team. Love you guys. Fantastic job. Bella Vrita, welcome to the party. Awesome. Hope all is well in the freeziness. Yes.
I'll be getting warm soon, baby.